Dana is in for Keith. I think part of the weather story that we've been talking about is in terms of looking for relief is that we're not really going to feel that overnight. We're not really going to get a break here.
Usually overnight temperatures, especially in Maine, I've noticed can be pretty cool and overall very refreshing, but during this heat wave, that's not going to be the case. In fact, our temperatures overnight in some spots going to be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Keep in mind that our average high temperature for this time of year is 75 degrees. And the temperatures we got to today, a lot of us into the upper 80s, lower 90s. We got to 91 in Augusta, 94 in Freiburg, 91 in Sanford today. And overall, we saw a lot of sunshine too. A couple of thunderstorms have popped up in areas back into New Hampshire, and a few of them have moved into Rangeley, but overall, we're not expecting a lot of storm activity overnight tonight, but we might see a couple more storms coming up later this week. And the reason for that is because the hot and humid conditions that we're experiencing are very good for the creation of those thunderstorms. So overnight tonight, low temperatures dropping down into the mid 60s for a lot of us, so not a lot of heat relief overnight either. And then tomorrow afternoon, we could pop up some thunderstorms, especially areas of northern and western Maine because of that heat and humidity that we're experiencing throughout the day. Early Thursday morning, we build in a little bit more cloud cover and then once again very, very hot in the afternoon. Though Thursday evening, we'll start to move in a cold front from north to south, and that could pick up a couple of thunderstorms, especially closer to areas of southern Maine as we get later into the afternoon. And then Friday, once that cold front has completely moved through our area, we're going to get a bit of relief from the heat. So it was very hot out there today, but it's going to be even hotter tomorrow and Thursday. Just regular temperatures out there, or ambient temperatures, what you would see on your thermometer. Temperatures getting into the mid to upper 90s, especially areas inland. But if you take into account the humidity, it's going to feel like it's going to be in the hundreds up to 105. And that's what the heat index is. However, once that cold front moves through, Friday is going to be a lot cooler in comparison, but still above average for this time of year. And in addition to the heat, it's also been very humid out there. Dew points in the upper 60s to lower 70s make it feel very summery and very sticky out there. And then once again, once that cold front goes through, it'll get much more comfortable as we get into the weekend. So because of the heat and the humidity and the fact that it's very early in the season to see temperatures like this, the National Weather Service has issued an excessive heat warning for all of the areas shaded in pink here. This is actually the first time the National Weather Service in Caribou has ever issued an excessive heat warning. Elsewhere in the state, in the orange colors, is where we have a heat advisory, which is the rest of the state with the exception of the immediate coastline in down East Maine. The reason for all of this happening is because of a large area of high pressure to our south, but once that cold front moves through, we'll get some more cooler air coming in from Canada. Marine forecast sees 2 to 3 feet. Now keep in mind this weekend and during this week that the ocean temperature is still very cold, only 58 degrees, so make sure you're taking the proper precautions if going to the beach this week. So in terms of our 7-day forecast, very, very hot the next 2 days. Temperatures getting into the upper 90s, feeling even hotter once you take the humidity into effect there. Once that cold front goes through, a little bit nicer on Friday. And then Brian and Amanda, temperatures will be returning to normal as we get into the weekend with a little bit of shower activity on Sunday.
Normal looks good.
Yes, especially stay hydrated this week. Wear that sunscreen.
For sure.
It's going to be a hot one.
All right, Dana, thanks.